they can advertise, they can make promotional sales to ensure that they can sell more, and they are price makers. That's why it's an imperfect competition. Remember, in a perfect competition, firms are price takers. So the price is determined by the market forces for demand and supply. But in an imperfect competition, it's not the same. In an imperfect competition, firms are the price makers. So I'm going to read further. Imperfect competition. It is a market structure where individual firms have power over the market price. So it simply means they are what? Price maker. They are price maker. So individual firms can decide, can influence the market price, and as well influence the quantity produced in the market. Unlike a perfect competition, no individual firm in a perfect competition can influence the market price and can influence the quantity produced. That is a perfect competition. But in an imperfect competition, individual firms can influence the market price because they are price makers.
Mr. What's the imperfect competition?
I just said it, look at it on the board. It is a market structure where individual firms have power over the market price.
The opposite
of perfect competition.
Perfect and imperfect.
Yeah. So what are the features of an imperfect competition? Number one, firms are price makers, like I just said earlier. Individual firms decide the price they want to sell their product. Do we understand price maker here? Individual firms decide the price they want to sell their product. Two, products are differentiated, which simply means they are not identical, unlike a perfect competition. In a perfect competition, products are the same. Yes or no?
Yes.
They are homogeneous. But in an imperfect competition, they are not identical, which simply means they are not similar. That is the second feature or characteristic of an imperfect market. The third one, there are barriers to entry, but low, not that much. There are barriers to entry, which simply means firms might not as well come into the market or exit the market the way they would like when it's compared to a perfect competition. Barriers, entry and exit. Barrier means a blockade. What blocks you from coming in or what blocks you from going out? That is barrier. But in an imperfect competition, there are barriers to entry and exit. But it might not be that long one or high one, but there's still barriers to entry compared to a perfect competition. In a perfect competition, there's no barrier to entry or exit. Any question up to now? Then, what are the types of imperfect competition we have? We have monopoly, we have oligopoly, and monopolistic competition. These are the three types of imperfect competition we have. The opposite of perfect competition is what? Imperfect competition. Any question up to now?
Mr. Monopoly.
We are not talking about, I'm just telling you the examples of imperfect competition. What? You better put your mind there. It is imperfect competition because different individual firms can decide whatever they want to sell compared to a perfect competition. In a perfect competition, prices and quantity are determined by the market forces for demand and supply. But here, individual firms can make decisions. That is why it is an imperfect one. Any question about that? Great. So, what is equilibrium in an imperfect competition? Equilibrium simply means agreement. So, equilibrium is simply about agreement between demand and supply. We talked about that. But in an imperfect competition, it's different. Because there's equilibrium in an imperfect competition where MC equals to MR. Marginal cost equals to marginal revenue. I'm going to use this graph to explain. But before I go into the graph, I wrote, equilibrium in imperfect competition is the point where MC equals to MR. That is what equilibrium is here. Your marginal cost equals to your marginal revenue. What is your marginal cost? The additional cost you incurred for producing extra unit of output. What is marginal revenue? The additional amount of money you make from producing additional unit of output. So the point where MC equals to MR is always our equilibrium. This is equilibrium E. Are you guys with me? So now let's look at this graph. Where MC equals to MR, in essence, a firm maximizes profit. This can be graphically represented as this. So this is the price. This is the price, this is the cost. Your average cost curve, right? This is your average cost curve, yes or no?
Yes.
This is your marginal cost. This is your average revenue, and this is your marginal revenue. The point where your MC equals to MR is equilibrium. Do you understand equilibrium now?
I can't see it.
sorry, let me just put it back. This is equilibrium. This point. This point is equilibrium. Where your MC and MR are meeting at this point. This is MC, this is MR. Where they meet is equilibrium.
Okay. So it's
Do you understand equilibrium here?
Yeah.
Where your MC and MR are equal. That is equilibrium. So this is equilibrium. But the point we're going is supernormal profits. In an imperfect competition, firms make supernormal profit. And for you to make supernormal profit, it simply means it is N because AR is greater than AC. That's your supernormal profit. This is your average revenue. This is your average revenue, yes or no? This is your average revenue. This is your average revenue, yes or no?
yes.
This is your average cost. Look at your average cost. This is your average cost. This is your average cost. And this is your average revenue. So look at it. AR is greater than AC, yes or no? So because AR is greater than AC, it is making what? Supernormal profit or excess profit, yes?
What does MC and MR mean?
MC means marginal cost. That's the cost of producing extra units. And MR means marginal revenue, which simply means you are making additional revenue because you produce additional unit of output. So where your MC and MR is equating is called the equilibrium when it comes to an imperfect competition. That is equilibrium. So two things we are learning from this point here. The first thing is that in an imperfect competition, we arrive at equilibrium where MC equals to MR. The point they met is equilibrium. Do we understand equilibrium here?
Yes.
Do we all understand equilibrium? There's equilibrium because MC equals to MR. So the graphical representation of this is this. This is your MC. This is your MC. And this is your MR. So they meet at this point, yes or no? So the point they meet is called equilibrium, which is E. Do we get that, sir? Any question about that? So a firm in this imperfect, you better don't write anything. A firm in this competition, in this imperfect market or imperfect competition will make supernormal profit because it's able to sell above the equilibrium. This is the equilibrium, but it's selling above the equilibrium. So your average revenue is this, and your average cost is this. This is your average cost. Average cost curve is like this. Yes or no?
Yes.
And average revenue is like this. Yes or no? This is AR. This is AC. Selling above this is supernormal profit. Do we get it? Do we understand the first point or not?
Yes.
Supernormal profit, it is earned because AR is greater than AC. Your AR is at this. Your AR is at P1. Yes or no?
Yes.
AR is at P1 and AC is at D, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
So because your AR is greater than your AC, you are making what? Supernormal profit.
Well, yes, of course.
Do we get supernormal profit here?
Can you read it?
Supernormal profit. SNP means supernormal profit. It is earned because AR is greater than AC. AR is greater than AC. AC, AR,
Average revenue.
and average cost. So your average revenue is greater than your average cost. You are making supernormal profit. Is it clear?
Yes.
We move on. Price and output. Price is at P1. Price is at P1, while output is at Q1. Do we get that? The price is at what? P1. Output is at Q1. So the firm is selling at an output of Q1, is selling at a price of P1 with an output of Q1. Do we understand the third point there? The second point here. Any question about the second point?
No.
The first one is supernormal profit, which is AR greater than AC. The second point is the price at which the firm is selling. The firm is selling at P1, producing at Q1. Is that clear? Is it clear, please?
Yes.
Now equilibrium. What is equilibrium? Yes?
Can you repeat price and output one?
Yes. We have price and output because that is what the firm will sell. So the firm is producing at Q1 and selling at P1. The firm is producing at Q1, selling at P1. Do we get that?
Yes.
Can you repeat price and output?
Yes. Price is the amount you sold your product. Quantity is the total output you produced. So P times Q is TR, total revenue. So your price and output here is talking about what price are you selling. The price you're selling is at P1. What quantity did you produce? You produce at Q1. Is it clear? Shall we move on? Great. Equilibrium. Where is our equilibrium? MC equals to?
MR.
Do we understand equilibrium?
Yes.
Where your MC and MR meet. So equilibrium is where your MC and your MR mix. Do we get that?
Yes.
Any question about equilibrium?
No.
Are we sure?
Yes.
We'll move on. Now the cost. The cost of producing this output is shown at point B. Because this is the average cost, right? The average cost curve is like this, yes or no? And there's B at this point, yes or no?
Yes.
So the average cost is at B. The cost is B. This is the average cost curve, right? The cost of producing this output is shown at point B. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's your cost. AC, average cost. AR, average revenue. So the cost of producing this output is at point B. And the price selling is at P1. Point B and D are your cost, yes or no?
Yes.
And this is the price. Do we get it? Do we get it or not?
Yes.
Great. It shows that the firm is not producing at minimum of its output. Why? Look at point B. The average cost curve, when you look at the average cost curve, let me quickly do something here. Let's assume this is our average cost curve. You are producing at this point. The minimum point is here. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you are producing at this point, you are making profit though.
You're making more than that.
You are making profit because your AR is greater. You are making profit here, yes or no? But you are still not efficient because you are producing less below the minimum output, the minimum cost. The minimum is this bottom. This is the minimum. So which simply means your cost of production could as well be this. But you are producing at B. That is what the situation is here. Look at it. It's producing at B. But it can still produce below B, yes or no? Do you get it or not, please?
Yes.
It's producing at B. It can produce at A. This indicates that there's waste of resources. Because the firm is not producing at the minimum of its production cost. Does it make sense?
Yes.
This is your average cost. This is the optimum level. We call this what? Optimum. Optimum level. We did economies of scale before, yes or no?
Yes.
This is our AC. Your AC is declining. Economies of scale.
When it rises,
This economies. This is economies of scale. At this point is your optimum level. Increasing these economies of scale. These economies of scale. So, which simply means you can still further reduce your cost towards A. And that is the point here. That is the point here. There's B, there's A. The minimum it will produce is at A, not B. It shows that the firm is not producing at the minimum of A, of its cost. Sorry. Of its cost at point A. Do we get it or not?
Yes.
What does D mean? The demand,
D here is just the cost.
the cost.
Yeah, D is demand, but here we're using it as cost.
What's PR?
P1,
Price one.
price.
Yes.
Do we get it?
Yes.
Are you guys here with me?
Yes.
We have B, where the point where the firm is producing. But the point is that the firm can still produce at point A. Because point A is the optimum level based on what we talked about here. Sorry. This is the optimum level. So producing this point at this point shows that you are not optimizing your output in terms of cost. You can still produce at a reduced cost further than that. Do we understand? But do you know why firms do not care about this? Do you know why they don't care about producing at point B, point A? Does anybody know about? Does anyone know reason?
To raise prices.
No. Let's go back to the point. The firm is producing at point B, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
But it can as well produce at point A, right? But what do you think? Look at this point. Now I said the firm is producing at point B. Why do you think the firms do not care about producing at point A. Okay.
Jessica, I got to bathroom.
No.
Quickly, I promise.
Go, you can.
Thank you so much.
So do you know why the firms are not thinking about that? Do you know why the firms are not thinking about that? Because they're actually making profit. So they don't think about being productive efficient because they are making profit. They are making supernormal profit. That's why they don't care about it.
Wouldn't they make more profit if they
Reduce the cost.
found reach the 8 point?
What? Yeah, I'm with you.
On the other graph, you said that not 8. On the other graph,
This?
yeah, you said the company should be doing A.
Yeah. It's producing at B,
Yeah.
but it should be doing A.
Wouldn't A give them more money?
Yes, A will give them more money, but they are already making supernormal profit. So because they are making supernormal profit, they don't care anymore. Do you get the point now? The firms are not making, they are not thinking about optimum level because they are already making supernormal profit. And that is the point. Do we get it now, please?
Yes.
Are you here? Okay. So, like we're saying, so we got the point here. The cost of producing this output is shown at point B. The cost at point A. The minimum cost should be at point A. If you want to join in, please join immediately. Don't let me put my anger on you. Just join in if you want to join in. I'm explaining things here. For the cost, do we understand the cost now or not? The cost of producing this output is B, has been shown here. It shows that the firm is not producing at the minimum of its cost. Because the minimum of the cost, like I showed you earlier, was A, B, and A. This is it. But it's producing at this point, which simply means they can still reduce their cost towards A. But they do not care about that because they're already making supernormal profits. Do we understand cost here now? Any question about the cost? Yes?
What's the difference between A and B?
The difference between A and B is that B shows the cost of producing. A shows the minimum of cost that can still be done. So you can still achieve A, but you choose to be at B, which simply means you are wasting resources. This indicates a waste of scarce resources. Why can't you produce at B? A. Why do you choose to stay at B, where you can as well reach A?
Because A is less profits, right?
A is what?
Is A less profits?
At A, you make more profits.
I make more profits.
Yeah, but they don't care about it because they're already making supernormal profit. They're making supernormal profit because their average revenue is greater than the average cost. This is your AR, is greater than your AC. So you don't care further. You don't think about reducing your cost further because you're already making supernormal profit. And that is a waste of scarce resources. So everything about imperfect competition at equilibrium is at 1. This is the short one. They make supernormal profit where average revenue is greater than average cost. The price is sold, the price is being produced at P1, the quantity is at Q1. Equilibrium is MC equals to MR. Cost is at B, while they can as well be at A, which simply means there's waste of scarce resources. Any question about this situation? Any question about it? Now, there's supernormal profit. This supernormal profit will attract new firms to come into the market because they are making supernormal profit. Every right-thinking firm would want to come into the market. Do we understand the situation here? So firms will continue to come into that market until the supernormal profit becomes normal profit. Is it progress? Yeah, until the supernormal profit becomes normal profit. And this is the situation now. Do you get what I'm saying here? It ended with supernormal profit, where firms are making more. New firms will come into the market, and as soon as new firm comes to the market, the supernormal profit becomes a normal profit. This is the situation.